Hello guys and welcome back to my channel Firewall again. In this video I'm going to discuss about ransomware attack. If you take any security interview, this question always asks, if you are under ransomware attack, what steps you're going to take. Remember, they are asking you if you are under ransomware attack. That means the ransomware attack already happened to your network, and your network is all the time got impacted with the ransomware attack, and now you are getting a pop-up message stating that pay us this ransomware amount and get rid of this ransomware. Recently there was a ransomware attack happen to one of the leading software company. The product was MoveIt. The product was used for the purpose of secure file transfer, but however the malicious attackers identify the vulnerability associated with that MoveIt product and they exploit it, and whosoever the companies using that MoveIt product got vulnerable and got a victim for ransomware attack.
June 15th at roughly 12 p.m. Eastern Time, articles began circulating en masse, dominating the news cycle for basically all major technology-focused publications. These articles pertain to a ransomware attack by an APT, an Advanced Persistent Threat Group known as CLOP, TA505. This group had allegedly gained access to a Managed File Transfer Program, MFT, developed by Progress Software Corporation known as MoveIt, which was then used to compromise a bevy of companies such as Shell, First National Bank, A+ Federal Credit Union, United Healthcare Services Incorporated, Power Financial Credit Union, Minnesota Department of Education, Illinois Department of Innovation and Technology, University of Georgia, Green Shield Canada, HCI College, multiple federal agencies.
The impact was so severe, within few days, I believe so, more than 150 companies got attacked via ransomware, and they got a pop-up message stating that you are under ransomware attack and you have to pay this ransomware amount. Back to the question, if you are under ransomware attack, what steps you're going to take? Basically, what nowadays I'm hearing the answer for this sort of questions, engineers or the architects, they says number one step what we do, we scan our network to find a vulnerability, and based on that scanning we see what is the vulnerability we have, and then we look into the network and see what ransomware attack associated with that particular vulnerability. Take the example of this MoveIt product, this file transfer product. MoveIt product company, they provided immediately the patches to get rid of those vulnerability from which this ransomware got impacted. So you have to immediately patch your system. Once the system got patched, you can't patch the system which is already got impacted, but you can immediately patch the rest of the system which are not got impacted. So number one thing, you have to isolate impacted system, and non-impacted system you have to immediately do patching for that. Whichever product is got impacted with the ransomware, you have to do patching for that. Then in organization, we nowadays have a practice that taking a backups for whatever data we have. So once the ransomware got impacted, you can't do anything with those systems. Malicious users aren't going to give you those keys to decrypt whatever the data they have encrypted. So you have to immediately get rid of those systems, and you have to do the backups. Backup is the number one thing. You have to just restore the backup what was having on those system, and you have to get those system up to date, and immediately you have to patch those systems, right, with whatever the software is having on those systems. Then you have to think how that particular attack happened to your network. Of course, Vulnerable software is one of the thing, but again the second thing comes how that vulnerable software got rich from these malicious users. So you have to identify the path from where this particular ransomware guys, I mean these malicious users, entered into your network. So you have to identify that part as well, and then you have to block that particular path. Then you have to continuously monitor and investigate rest of the systems for any clue, for any sort of ransomware attack things. You have to be very attentive and very coordinative with your IT staff, your security staff. You have to train your employees as well for this particular attack, and based on that you have to take next steps. Now once you do all those things, you have to assess the impact. Now what is the impact happen on your uh, entire organization, and of course you have to disclose this thing to the rest of the organization so that they also get updated and they also get secured via whatever the patching or whatever the things need to be delivered. So basically you have to follow these simple steps once you got impacted with this ransomware. So guys, thanks for watching this video and have a wonderful day.